What's up, guys? Checking in for my first trade recap video. Figured I would start doing these even though I'm not a consistently profitable trader yet. But figured I would just share kind of my journey and steps along the way, and hopefully that's useful for someone else. Strictly for educational purposes, not financial advice, of course. But let's dive in today. It's Monday, June 22nd. And as you can see, I had a nice green day today. I am not green on the month. I had a rough first 2 weeks with a few red days, red trades. But over the last 5 or 6 days, I really just kind of locked in, kept my head down, and just trying to take A+ setups and make it back a day at a time. And so let's dive into the trades that I took today. Traded SPY, SPX, and or SpaceX and Google. So let's start off with SPY. So SPY pushed up into this demand zone right around the previous day high in the pre-market. And then we broke above it, pulled back into the previous day high. And so I got long right around here. This aligns with the VWAP and 9 EMA. And then wrote that up to the higher day. I wasn't expecting to get a huge breakout from this. So I scaled out about half of the position at the higher day. Maybe should have just took the whole thing off, but I got stopped out when it pulled back into the previous day high. And then obviously it sold off from there and down into the next kind of demand zone. So I got about half an R on this trade to just kind of start the day off with a little bit of buffer, which is always nice. Nice start to the week. And then I moved over to SpaceX. And looking back, it's really frustrating that I was break even on this trade because obviously I had the right idea. I entered right around here on this break and retest below the previous day low, and the options on this was my first time trading SpaceX, so I'm kind of feeling it out a little bit, but the options on this just didn't move as much with the stock compared to names that I usually trade that are a lot more liquid, like Nvidia or Tesla or Google. And so I entered the position. Originally, my stop loss was above the previous day high or previous day low. And then I moved my stop to break even. And I actually got stopped out twice, probably in this little hold here. And then it obviously sold off lower. And then it's still moving lower later in the day. So it was really frustrating to look back and see this move without me. But yeah, that's just a part of trading sometimes. I probably could have just kept my stop back a little bit. But yeah, just how it played out today. We'll keep that in mind for the next time if I trade SpaceX. Not sure how much I'll trade it. And then the last trade I will go a little bit deeper on as well, which is Google. And so if I flip over to the bigger chart here, we can see kind of where some of these levels came from. So Google, this is the 4-hour chart. It has been trading in this range between about 350 and 370 for the last couple weeks, and we finally broke that today. And so I got interested in Google because it rejected the 20 daily moving average and the 50 daily moving average, and then sold off right into this previous demand zone around 350. We moved through that and then turned that into a resistance and then moved right down into the next demand zone. And so you can see here there wasn't much in terms of support between 350 and call it 340. And so I think that along with the market selling off really helped this move lower and made a nice trade. So moving back over to the 5-minute chart, which is what I usually trade off of. You can see it broke this level, started to kind of consolidate below it. I was hoping for a little bit more of a pullback into 350, but yeah, we just kind of kept selling off. And so I was able to get in and ride this lower. And yeah, I scaled out along the way. Looking back, it's definitely one of those trades where you kind of wish you would have held the whole thing. The runners went to 100% on this, which is pretty rare, but also there are opportunities to make those kind of trades. And yeah, it would have been nice to hold the full thing, hold full size to 100%, but obviously I scaled out along the way because you never know exactly what's going to happen. So it's always smart to take a little bit of risk off. And yeah, got a nice clean move. I typically stay in the trade until it breaks the 9 EMA on the 5 minute chart. And so I stayed in Google until this break, and then I actually flipped long. I got a little bit, maybe a little bit aggressive here, and I was thinking of catching this move from the 9 EMA back into the VWAP, but I got stopped out at break even in this kind of chop here, and that was the last trade on Google for the day. So decided to end there and not overtrade. So I typically try to target about 3 or so trades for the day. And yeah, this was probably one of my biggest individual trades, at least on Google, and probably one of the longest times I've, longest hold durations that I've had on a trade too. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, and yeah, we'll be back for the next trade recap.